Alright peeps, day 4. Yeah, so as you've seen last night, I managed to get the last one very late, the last video. You had to stay up and just finish off the editing, but I got it out on time, so it's alright on day 3. So day 4 is we're going to weld up the rest of the back there, the 4-inch pipe, get it all welded up. Let's take off that 4-inch V-band. Hopefully it all comes off nicely. It should though. After that there, we will then start taking off this exhaust. Making up some stay brackets first. Make up some stay brackets quickly off the chassis, and everything's all secured. Don't forget this engine is solid mounted, so exhaust is all good to be solid mounted as well. Then I do have some engine paint, heat paint, sorry. Paint the exhaust up, get it all cleaned up, and wrap the dump pipes as well. Put it all back on. Hopefully we can get all that done. So yeah, we'll take a look. So yeah, let's get it all welded up first and go from there. Stop. Alright peeps, we got that all welded up, so we're just going to let that cool down for now. Yeah, we need to whack that on and then we can make up some exhaust stays as well. But for now, I've got the two O2 bung sensors here with the weld-ons, sorry. And also we just need to make up a location of where we're going to put them. So best bet is to make them out from pretty much the exact distance away from the turbos, pretty well similar, and also yeah, closer to the turbo the better, pretty much. So they say around about that, roughly that 30 centimeters, but will be just a tad longer, which is no biggie. But yeah, we'll just got to make sure that it's not on the bottom. So when it's on the bottom, all the condensation, everything all goes into the sensor, and your sensor stuffs up a lot quicker. So tend to always have it on the top or on the side, so if you do get a bit of condensation. In my case, I run everything on methanol, so I do get a lot of water going through the exhaust. So yeah, that's why you don't put them on the bottom. So not for anything else, it's only for the sensor stuffing up. So yeah, let's quickly suss out our whereabouts, and yeah, we'll drill her on. Exhaust stays done on the end here. Alright, so that's all welded up really nicely. Yeah, it's solid. So I've quickly put it back on. So because the exhaust is all solid mounted, no flexies, and all just V-band couplers, everything's so strong. So I'll keep a watch on it. It's real easy to get up on the hoist, and yeah, I can just clean off a little bit of paint a bit later on. But I tried to wiggle it here and there, and I couldn't get any rattles off it. But so yeah, I think that's just going to be enough for now. That's mounted onto the chassis, and everywhere else there's enough clearance there. So now let's take off everything. Let's prep everything for final fit, and let's put it all back on. So I'm pretty happy with that. I've got the O2 sensor exhaust bungs marked out, so when we take off when they're off, drill them out, get them welded on there. That's the last bit of welding I need to do on this exhaust. After that, so yeah, just gotta clean everything up now. Exhaust, gotta wax and grease it, scuff it up with the Scotch Brite, and then I've got some heat black there. You guys seen the heat black. Let's get it all painted up, and yeah, she should look pretty neat. So pretty excited about that. And the rest of the centerpiece there, the merge collector, get all that painted up as well. But the actual dump pipes themselves, I need to get half of that. The other half won't, because they're just too close. But the first half there, I need to get them actual wrapped up in some tape there. So. Alright peeps, all finished for tonight. Exhaust is 100% done. Gonna have to take the rear bit off because I need to take the diff out and paint in the inside there of the tubs there. But yeah, I'll show you now. We'll take it up on the hoist and I'll show you underneath. Stop. Alright guys, so twin dumps, all done. Heat wrapped as well. Okay, you can see the heat wrapping there. See the heat wrapping there. Okay, we'll go up quickly. Alright guys, so let's have a look, eh? So you get the twin dumps. Alright, so coming down in there. Alright, 1 and 2. I've got the, coming in. I've got the bungs welded in there, if you can see them. Alright, so we've got the twin exhaust, twin threes guys, coming into a, that was a 5-inch at the start, 5-inch to 4. So it's been, twin threes now. Okay, so 4-inch exhaust now, coming right over. Alright, and coming right around with the stay. I'm going to drill and tap that once we've finished everything up in here. And exhaust out on the end there, like we discussed. So yeah, everything's come up real well and nice and easy. Alright, so this is what we're going to paint on the inside. So we're going to take diff out, wheels off, diff out, but the exhaust can come off easy, you know. So this is the rear section of the exhaust, and yeah, that will come off pretty nice. and we can take off the diff, paint on the inside here, get these axles done. That's our next step anyway. And then all inside here will get painted jet black. Yeah, and we can actually paint the diff housing as well, and put all that back together. So that'll look real nice with the 4-link, because these are all welded up all night, ready to go, but nothing's been painted, that's all. So yeah, that's our exhaust all 100% done, guys. So I had a guy saying about why didn't I put the gearbox in. Well, I did that off camera, guys. All right, so just to make sure. So yeah, it's all been done. Yeah, pretty happy with that, guys. Twin 3s into a 4, all the way back. So no mufflers. I don't want mufflers. Mufflers lose horsepower. So yeah, it's come up real well. Alright guys, so that concludes the whole exhaust build on the Civic, which is awesome because I'm going to just dropping off things off the list at the moment. I really want to try to get this going. I got the motivation there to get this thing going, so I think this is going to be the next build to happen. I really want to get the ECU for the half a booster also at the same time, just so that I've got things happening, but getting this running would be an awesome thing as well. So yeah, it's just a couple of more building things that I've got to do. As discussed about the diff, got to take the diff out and get all that all done. But just a couple of tiny little bits and pieces here and there. Yeah, so all in all, I'm real happy with the exhaust build. I hope you guys like. Let me know what you guys think. As I did say about the whole it's an all stainless steel exhaust, but I do opt to just paint it. I'm not after that I don't know what you call it, the wanky factor about you know, being shiny and you know, you can do a lot of things with stainless steel. I know I've got a TIG there, I can TIG it all up and stuff like that, make it look real nice, but it just takes hours and hours and hours on end. So far I did a calculation for you guys of what this would cost you guys to actually build. So all up, the 3-inch exhaust on the front there, and also so all materials with V-bands and everything come up to just under around about that $900. So that's all materials. That's with all the bends, the V-bands, and also so there's 3 V-bands that I've used, and up the top pieces as well. And also like all the 90s, so I've got like 5 90s and a bit of straights as well, and also the 4-inch exhaust was actually a little bit more expensive, so about that $900 it was for the materials, and then for myself to actually build it. So to build this whole thing was around about, I estimated around about 20 hours that I've put into it. So I've been a lot off camera. You guys see a lot, a lot of that I don't do. Well, I do, sorry. Yeah, it works out to be around about the 20 hours. So give or take what someone will charge. I normally will charge something like $100 an hour. So you can almost say that's around about, you know, $2,000 just in labor just there. So that's the key there that people don't realize. That's what you will save if you do it yourself. You will still pay that $900 outright, but you would save that labor intense, that's all. And that's not even including TIG welding. So if I had TIG welded that, that would have been, yeah, you'd put another week in labor just alone. So just getting the cuts 100% perfect. There was a couple of tiny little cuts there that I was just a little bit out and had tiny little gaps. So with a MIG welder, it's easy to fill. But as a TIG, you don't, with the filler rod, it's so much harder. So you normally get them a lot straighter. So yeah. Anyway, that's what my calculations was for you guys. I'm in Australia as well. Don't forget, guys, if you're in America, then it's a totally different price. Okay. Our steels, everything is up at the moment anyway. So give or take prices whenever you get it. But I'm real happy with how it's come up. To me, that's worth the money just alone. So just trying to give you an indication of what these builds and sort of things cost. So just for this whole part section, it actually outright on my pocket cost me $900. All right. So that's all done. Now let's get all the rear end out. That's going to be next video. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow as a video if I can. Yeah, we're going to get to try to suss out getting it all painted up and everything, get it all sussed out. At the same time, try to get these axles out as well and get these axles shortened. Sort out this diff center as well. So Hilux diff center, I need to get some gears for it, and I've got to work out some sort of gears there. And yeah, we can just keep plodding along. And then after that, next step will be trying to get this clutch for the gearbox. So thank you very much for staying on board, guys. I really hope you like the build session on the exhaust there. It was something a bit different. I knew I had to do over a few days and I couldn't do it all in one episode, but yeah, I think it'd come up pretty well. So thanks very much, guys. Any comments or anything like that, please let me know down below, please, and I'll answer them if I could. Yeah, thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. See you, peeps.